back in the garage. It's late in the afternoon and I'm still loaded with a cold. So the end of last episode, I caught a cold. It's the next day. Been a bit of a rough night. But, so I'm just pottering today. So I'm continuing on with the doors and the vents in the doors. So I've marked out where the vent is going to slot into, and I'm just going to cut it out. Not the neatest of cut because it's a jigsaw, but that fits in like that. Now there is space around it for two reasons. One is I need to get some glue in there, and it allows an expansion as well. And then what I'll do is I'll cover up with a bit of trim, something like that. I might chamfer the edge on the router. Yeah, that's all right. That's pretty nice, isn't it? So a few things that I've noticed. I made the frames 25mm, but given that there's going to be butyl tape behind that, which is a couple of mil, I might have to take a few mil off of it. I'm going to have a wee play with a chamfer, I think. See if I can pretty this up. But it's okay as it is. I think that's quite good. I'm just waiting for glue to dry. I've made that one. I've done that one. So I've been mucking about with the router. Did a chamfer on one side of a test piece and a round over on the other. I had to make a wee jig. I had some double-sided tape to stop it, because the guide rail on the router is deeper than the 4mm wood. So yeah, I just made a wee stop block. I quite like the round over, just to neaten it off rather than it being all square. I think it can be square. I think it can be square on the inside, but a little round over on the outside, or maybe a round over on both. Short time later, I've done the round overs, just neatened them up. Quite like that actually. I've just done them all. So light sand tomorrow, and then I'll continue on. Didn't realise I'd been in the garage for so long. It's kind of dark now. So, back in the garage. I'm still on half days. Still on the cold medication that knocks me out until lunchtime. It's great. So, I'm just going to spend some time finishing these off and putting all the trim on. I'm not going down the boat today, so kind of boring, I'm afraid, but I just need to keep things ticking along. Now, if I'd been clever enough and not full of the cold last night, I shouldn't have routed, or I should have waited to fit them and then routed, and then everything would be even. But it's not bad, is it? And by the way, I kept the sawdust from the sanding. I've mixed it with a bit of glue and I've filled the nail holes. I'll let that dry for a bit and sand it. And I think then we're into, let's get it varnished and on the boat. Maybe later today. See how I feel. But I'm in a mood for chocolate and a Christmas movie. Die Hard 2. So that's my final product. I am so happy with that. I really can't complain at all. Oh yeah, brilliant. Down at the boat today, the cold's getting worse. It's gone into my chest. So I'm really struggling to do things. I've just come down to the boat literally to do one coat of varnish, because this is where I left the varnish Should have brought it home with me, but we're here. And that's one of the doors up. They look bloody brilliant. Okay, I've painted something. I can go home now. Haven't been here very long. It's been difficult doing this varnishing. It's difficult to know where I had varnished and where my nose had dripped. So the other thing I thought I'd do is come in and measure up for the door lintels. But they're a bit funny in terms of size. They're all equal sizes. It's just, you know, the windows were 25mm in the edge, so I could get 25mm wood. These are 32mm, taking into account all the spaces, so I need to think about that. That there curves, so I mean that's easy enough, that's just scribing it in, but again I need to think about how I'm going to do that. And then these bits, like the windows, I might do 44 by 44 and trim it down. Might be easier. But then I have to think about the weather seal edge. It needs about 10mm, which makes this door a little narrower. So yeah, I'm just kind of measuring up, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. The big questions I've got is in the sliding hatch and how best to line that up. When you look at it, it looks like you just put some wood in it and you're done, but it's not. Our sliding hatch is designed to go over the front of the door and lower down, which then makes this gap kind of narrow down and disappear. Don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, better. So it almost sits on top of the doors. So I need to figure out how I'm going to line the door, or line the hatch with a kind of tapered piece. Now I know a lot of people just use there's brass runner things that you can get and put on, but that then lifts this. It lifts it up and creates a big air gap, which I guess you could fill. But you know, the boat was designed to shut and lock over the main doors. We've got a padlock on there at the moment, but I'm going to put in a proper lock now we've got the doors done. I just need to figure that out. Unfortunately, the guy at the boatyard is now retired, so, and I cannot find any pictures online. People are quite reluctant to show you how the doors lock.